What's up, guys? It's the Skipper. In today's video, I'm going to break down what I think is the most logical expectations from EW this year, including map releases, new animals, great ones, and new content. And if you're new to the channel, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. What maps do you think will be the new maps for 2025? EW released 2 teasers in their winter preview show for upcoming map releases in 2025. The first teaser had an image of a winter wonderland saying that a new reserve coming summer 2025. The second teaser had an all-black screen showing a second new reserve coming winter 2025. Key word here, second, referring to it being released after the summer 2025 map. Maybe a December release date. And that is where I think people are getting confused, thinking it would be the winter we are currently in. But Salzwiesen Park was just released this past December 2024, making it even less likely for a new map to be released in the next couple months. EW looks like they are on a 6-month interval for map release dates. And with the current pattern on how they have been releasing maps, we probably won't see the first map of 2025 until June 2025. In the history of map releases, EW has released 5 maps in December, 3 in August, 4 in June, 3 in February, which include Lane Lakes and Hirschfeld, and 1 in March. But I also think I have good news. EW likes to release weapon packs and other DLCs roughly 3 months after new map, which if you think about that time frame, it should be the ending of this month or the middle of next month in March. I'm thinking it'll be March. They have historically released 4 DLCs in March, 3 weapon packs, and 1 dog. EW put out a survey last year in October 2024 asking what we would prefer and to rank how much we would prefer things like how to enjoy the game, playing style, what type of new content and features would we like to see, what new equipment and vehicles would we want, and what regions would we want a new map location to be at. So with all that, I fully expect them to release another DLC, most likely in mid-March. My hope is it's a new customizable lodge with possibly a small gun weapon pack, but there could be a ton of other options, such as binoculars, vehicles, feeders, game cams, muzzle brakes, shooting sticks, and the list goes on. And hopefully they do some bug fixes for some of the many problems that is occurring. Now let's head back into speculated or guesstimated new map that I think is coming in June. I personally believe it's going to be an Alaskan map. And before you scoff and think to yourself, not another North American map, it's the most logical thing EW can do to start back on a 2-map-a-year schedule. Alaska is the last framework from the Hunter Classic that hasn't been included into the Hunter Call of the Wild. That would bring new animals like polar bears, Dall sheep, Arctic fox, snowshoe hares, muskox, and snow geese, with additional animals that they already exist in the game like moose, bison, and Sika black-tailed deer. And if it's not an Alaskan map, so they can round out the map instead of having so many in North America, the only option I can think about would be Greenland, which it has similar species to Alaska, so I would guess it would be one of those 2. But wait, there's more. This is where I think things get a little bit spicy. With the last couple of polls EW did in Discord, we already know that EW is thinking about animals like moose, caribou, mule deer, Rocky Mountain goat, pronghorn, bighorn sheep, gray wolves, and black bears, when they asked which fur, antler, and horn variations should be added, and all these animals can be found in Alaska or Greenland except for pronghorn. So to add to more speculation, I have 3 educated guesses for what could be the next great one if the next map is Alaska or Greenland. Because back in April 2024, EW asked another poll trying to find out what great one species should be introduced into the game next. Now, the options were small game, big game, small predator, large predator, waterfowl, upland game bird. And the poll results were small game, 11%, big game, 32%, small predator, 11%, large predator 1 with 33%, waterfowl at 7% and Upland Game Birds with 7%. Now, the second most voted was Big Game. And 2 months after the poll, the Tar Great One was introduced. And 8 months after the poll, they introduced the Red Fox and Pheasants. So from that poll, 4 of the checkboxes were marked, with the Red Fox, Pheasant, and Tar Great Ones, Small Game, Big Game, Small Predator, and Upland Game Bird was fulfilled. So that leaves Large Predator and Waterfowl. Now, I'm not expecting any Waterfowl Great One anytime soon. I just don't see the appeal of it. With Large Predator being one of the few choices that was not made into a Great One recently, the most interesting idea would be polar bears. But in my opinion, it's highly unlikely since we already have a bear Great One, and the fur variations are kind of limited with polar bears, with white, yellow, orange, gray, and green. Yes, green. In some cases, polar bears' algae grows inside their fur. So with those limited options, to make something truly magnificent as a Great One, I doubtly think they would go this route. Now, my second guess would be the gray wolves, since the community already voiced they wanted new fur types. With EW's poll, with the highest rated of 33%, it would be a kill 2 birds with 1 stone type scenario. EW can make new furs and call it a Great One. But for my last guess would be, in the same sense like the gray wolf, it would be the mule deer. Mule deer was the most voted for getting different antler variation, amassing up 42% of the votes, which makes them a strong candidate for being the next Great One. And not to mention that the community has been begging for a Great One mule deer since Great Ones were introduced. As they're making new antler variations anyway, call it a Great One. And honestly, solely for giggles and wishful thinking, but this would be highly and extremely unlikely, and I vote for beavers to be added to the winter style map and make it the next Great One. Now think about it. Joking, not joking. It would be a cool way to introduce beavers into the game. And it would be fun to add a new feature, kind of like the rabbit burrows, but with dams. But let's move on to the second map. The teaser image was an all-black screen that just had the words, "A second new reserve coming, winter 2025." Which, with just a black screen and no image, I believe that indicates it would be easily guessed if they showed even a teeny tiny small hint. My gut feeling is saying Africa 2.0, but it's way too soon to truly speculate. EW could go anywhere. If not Africa 2.0, my alternate guesses would either be an Amazon, South American map, or possibly an Asian map. But to keep things fresh and wait for EW to tease future updates and possible releases, EW keeps on saying they have a lot of logs in the fire. So we are expecting a lot of new material coming out in the next couple months, years. What do you guys think? Or better yet, what do you guys want to see in the Hunter Call of the Wild? And if you guys stuck around, I really appreciate you. And if you're new and you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, turn your notifications on, and also leave a comment. Again, what do you want to see this year? Maps, animals, DLCs? Alright, Skipper out. Peace.